to anything or anyone in Iran?
No, but something significant did happen, I think, during this, because it was supposed to lead off with destruction of the air defenses of Iran, what they call SEAD, suppression of enemy air defenses. And the aircraft were supposed to, if you like, destroy the air defenses, both in Iraq and Syria on the way, and then to do that in Iran, so that the second and third waves would come in with conventional weapons to destroy the targets that had been set for them. The second and third waves were ready to bring conventional weapons, but they could only go into that, if you like, they could only penetrate into Iranian airspace if it was safe for them to do that, if you like, the air defense had been properly suppressed. Now, what happened, we don't know precisely, so much of this is putting it together, but those second and third waves never happened. They didn't happen at all. We got into the first wave, and then suddenly the Israelis said, well, that's it, we're finished. It's now over, and we've won, and it's a great success. And what seems to have happened was during that first wave, the Israeli aircraft with their long-range missiles on it that were supposed to destroy the air defenses never got beyond 70 to 100 kilometers closer to Iran than that. Too far, if you like, for their missiles to lock on to air defenses, because they need, you know, the signal, the sign that the air defenses are working to be able to lock onto it. They weren't able to lock onto it. And they said, the key thing they said, and this comes from Israeli sources, more than Iranians, but from Israeli sources, they said, we've discovered an unknown air defense system over Tehran province. So what was happening? Well, it seems to be that, first of all, they were being locked onto by another missile defense system, and that they were frightened to go ahead, and so they scrapped the attack. They then just released their missiles, these long-range missiles, but these long-range missiles are basically guided by GPS. Some of them may have a radar at the very end for sort of locking on to a signal from a radar system or something that they can defend it. But basically, most of the Israeli long-range missiles are guided by GPS. Well, we know, first of all, that the Russians are adept at jamming GPS and spoofing GPS. And maybe that was one of the things that happened. But what I think we are seeing when we heard about this unexplained air defense system was possibly a Russian air defense missile system that can attack stealth fighters like the S-35s of Israel. That they can do that because they, although you need to be very close to find a stealth fighter with ordinary radar, if you have a missile that has a radar capacity in its warhead and would be able to identify a stealth fighter, then the whole idea of the attack on Iran seems to have collapsed. It would be too dangerous. They couldn't, the conventional weapons, the conventional bombers, all loaded up, ready to go in and bomb targets, wouldn't dare do it because they were not going into a secure area, a secured airspace. It was unsecured airspace. In fact, it was being dominated by air defense systems which threatened the stealth fighters themselves. I mean, a huge affair. You know, it has geostrategic implications if this is indeed what happened.